Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well. And Shalom to the whole elect that is also pushing this word, this truth, throughout the four corners of the earth, in all faith and sincerity and giving all diligence. Now, this is going to be a short video, and we're going to be going over the beast, which heads, or should I say his head, which was wounded to death, and the deadly wound was healed. Alright, and pretty much this is another part of response to this guy that goes by the name of Steve Griggs, in which he was mentioned by Apostle Elder Tahar concerning Revelations, the 19th chapter. And as you saw in the video, he was going completely off, man. But the reason why I want to touch on this particular topic is because he mentioned Rome, but he doesn't understand what the beast is. All right, and he doesn't understand what when it speaks about Babylon, he doesn't know what that is either. All right, he's not qualified to teach the scriptures. If he's an Edomite, then he has no business even going into it. But if he's a Jake, then he's completely going the hell off, man. All right. But whenever the scriptures speak about the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns, basically the beast in itself is Esau, but the 7 heads and 10 horns represents NATO and the EU. All right, or actually, when it speaks about the dragon, Salakia, I said beast. When it speaks about the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, that's talking about Esau. All right, and the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO and the EU. All right, and see, that's what that guy doesn't understand, because the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns, that was concerning this time now, the time that we're living in, this with this quote unquote modern society that we're in today. Because the Lord wouldn't just put, he wouldn't just leave America out of the picture. All right, there's a reason why America was established on the planet Earth, and there's a reason why the so-called white man is in rulership. The Lord did it to fulfill His word, the prophecies in which He gave to the prophets of old, in which in that time they didn't understand it. So John the Revelator, when he was on the island of Patmos, he didn't understand what he was writing. He didn't understand what he was seeing. All right, and now it's being revealed of what those things meant. All right, see, those times they desired to know what was told to them and what they were writing, but they couldn't, because it wasn't time for them to know. If you're going to I believe 2 Thessalonians says unless there come a falling away first, because first we have to fall away from our heritage, in which we did lose our heritage. All right, and it says after that, then that man of sin will be revealed, which the man of sin is talking about the so-called white man, which is Esau. His true biblical nationality is Edom. All right, they're the Edomites, and the progenitor of the Edomites is Esau. Okay, so pretty much, like I said before, man, Steve Griggs, you pretty much walked into a lion's den, man. All right? But not to ramble on too much longer. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and I start at verse 1. And it says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard." All right, now mind you, that leopard, now that's symbolic, because if you go back into the prophecies, especially in Daniel, where it speaks about the leopard that had 4 heads and 4 wings, if I'm not mistaken, that goes into the Greek Empire. Okay, so it's saying the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, right, which represents the Greek Empire, because that's where Esau started his rulership during the Greek Empire, and then it stemmed over to the Roman Empire, because it's the same devil. Okay, so it says the body was like unto a leopard, right, and it says and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power. And now, mind you, I mentioned dragon in this earlier in this video a few minutes ago. The dragon represents Esau as a whole, man. All right, because it mentioned the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. Now, the serpent, if you can receive it, I'm gonna throw a little nugget out. The serpent in the beginning is not an actual serpent. It's not an actual snake. It's not an animal that talked with Eve, man. The serpent in the beginning in Genesis was actually a person. All right, and then that serpent was reincarnated as Cain. Okay, now remember, Cain slew his brother Abel. All right, now the brother slew his brother, right? Cain slew Abel, in which Cain was marked, and the scripture doesn't exactly tell you what he was marked with, but we, through the Spirit, we know what he was marked with. He was marked with leprosy. All right, and then it went from that to Esau. So Cain was reincarnated as Esau, and Esau carried that same mark as Cain did, man. So Cain still kept that mark, and then he came as Esau, and he was marked with leprosy. That's why he said it came out red all over like a hairy garment. All right, so it's the same serpent and the same devil, which devil means diablo in the Greek, which means deceiver, and Satan means adversary. All right, so the adversary to Israel is Esau, Edom. Okay, and it also says feet were like the feet of a bear, in which the feet, when you speak about the feet, that means that's the end of something. All right, I give you an example, like the statue that Daniel saw. The hair was gold, and the breasts were silver. Then the loins were bronze, legs iron, and the feet were part iron and part clay, in which that marks the end of that cycle. All right, because the stone was cut out with our hands, and it struck the statue in his feet, and the whole statue came down. Now, in this scripture where it speaks about the feet of a bear, that's the end of this system, man. All right, and that bear represents, or should I say, that bear is a modern day symbol for a certain particular so-called country, and that country which carries the bear is Russia. All right, so Russia's going to play a big part in the destruction of America. All right, because I'm gonna go a little bit further into the scriptures, and I'm gonna show you that the beast that deadly wound was healed. All right, that speaks about the Roman Empire, and then the deadly wound that was healed. It was healed because America carries the same system, the same government, the same legislation as Rome did, and the same structures as Rome, and the same entertainment as Rome. All right, basically is reincarnated or is regenerated as America. Okay, that's verse 2, and it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. See, so it said that it had a deadly wound, right? It was wounded to death, in which that's talking about the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire fell. All right, and when it fell, that was our time to step into the power seat. All right. Because during the time of the Roman Catholic era, and afterwards, which is called the Dark Ages, you had our people that were ruling. All right. From I can name a few, like Septimius Severus, Constantine, Saint Augustine. All right, you had those figures, and they were all Israel. All right. The Knights of the Round Table, the Knights in general. There was a reason why they were called the Knights. All right, so continuing on, it says, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? All right. So there it is right there, man. Actually, continuing on, it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. All right. Now that's your modern day president, man. All right, that's that mouth speaking great things and blaspheme against the Most High and against heaven. Okay. So, continuing on, it says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Okay, so that's pretty much it on that precept. I want to grab the book of Revelations, chapter 17. Let's see. All right, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 7. It says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. Now in the last video I went over the woman that sat upon the scarlet colored beast, which that's talking about Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. Now verse 8, it said, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, one is, and the other is not yet come. and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition. All right. So it says a beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth. All right. So what's that talking about? The eighth is talking about America. All right. Because the beast that was, when it says was, it's talking about it was the Roman Empire, right? And it said and is not, that's talking about a time to where that they don't know about. They didn't know about America back in the ancient world. All right. So they say even he is the eighth and is of the seventh and going to perdition. Okay. So let's see if I can go up a few verses up. So yeah, that pretty much damn, that hits the point. Yep, where it speaks about actually let me start at verse 8. It said, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold a beast that was, right, and is not, and yet is. Okay. So there it is, man. And it says the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth. Okay. So that's pretty much it, man. That covers the beast that deadly wound was healed, in which once again that's going into America being reincarnated as the Roman Empire, right? And also what speaks about the woman that's set upon a scarlet colored beast, that's also talking about America. Okay. But only the ones that's able to understand it, they'll be able to understand this, man. All right, it's not given unto everybody to know the mysteries of this the Bible, man. All right, and Slaki, I was getting out of my car, but anyway, with that, Lord willing, you all can will edify with this this lesson. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well, and peace and safety to the hopeful elect that's also doing the same things in all faith, true, and sincerity, and giving all diligence. That's continuing in this faith. Still got their hands on the plow, still plowing away until this place is completely demolished. And until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.